In this next section, we're going to install and configure WordPress on our Ubuntu virtual host. Okay, we're going to do this by installing all the dependencies listed here onto the host, and then we're going to install WordPress itself, and then we're going to learn how to configure Apache for WordPress. So basically, we're going to just follow the tutorial on ubuntu.com, and then later on, we're going to learn how to do all this automated. In order for us to be able to access our localhost Apache homepage to verify that it's up and running, we need to first modify our Vagrant file. So if we just do an ls and then maybe vi into the Vagrant file, and then if we go and find our networking tabs, and we just excuse me, remove, and make that a public network. Okay, and then right click, save, and then we go into VirtualBox, change the settings, go to network, enable network adapter, host only adapter, and then bridged adapter, and none. Okay, so that should be good. We can then do a Vagrant, Vagrant up. And now we're just waiting for our Ubuntu host to come up again. So once we get that up and running, we should be able to SSH on and begin with our provisioning of the host. Okay, so now we should be able to log on Vagrant SSH. Okay, and now we're on once more. Okay, so we'll need the first thing we'll need to do is run a sudo apt update. Just waiting on that to complete. Can take a little while. Okay, and now we're going to install all these packages here, but I'm going to make one addition, and that's going to be Python 3 PyMySQL. So, and I'm going to install that with the following command. It's downloaded MySQL server. This can take a little while. I'm just going to pause the video until this is done. Okay, now that all those packages have been installed, it's time to continue on with our WordPress installation. Um, so the first thing we're going to do is create an installation directory, and then we're going to download the latest WordPress version from WordPress.org. So let's get started there. Simply copy the commands from the Ubuntu tutorial. And now we're assigning the owner of this directory to be www-data, and the curl command combined with the tar command to download and extract this archive file. Okay, should just take a moment or two. And now we can go on to the next step, which is configuring Apache for WordPress. So we must create an Apache site for WordPress. So we need to create a WordPress.conf file that contains the following. So let's go to our Apache sites available directory. And let's vi wordpress.conf and I to get an insert mode and then paste the following in. Oh, I think I needed to be sudo to do that. Sudo vi wordpress.conf. Oh, I made a typo. .conf. Okay. Okay. Let's paste that in. Right quick. And we're out. And now we have to enable our WordPress site with the A2 enable site command. So just enter this as is. And now we will enable rewriting with this command. And now we will disable the boilerplate WordPress site that came with the installation. And now we will reload our Apache service to reload this whole configuration. And if we just use our systemctl command, we can see that Apache is active. So far, so good. And now it's time to configure our database. So in order to do that, we sudo MySQL user root. And then we create a database called WordPress. And now we create a user, and this is where we select the password. For this occasion, I'm just going to type password as the password. I recommend you choose something better. And now we're going to grant privileges. Once you've done that, you can run show grants for WordPress at localhost and see that these are the permissions given to that user. Moving on, now we got to configure WordPress to connect to the database. So just following the tutorial here, now let's configure WordPress to use this database. First, copy the sample configuration file to the wp-config.php. Okay, so there is a wp-config sample.php, and we're going to copy it to make it the main wp-config.php file. And we're going to do that by using the copy command. And there we go. And if we go to this location, on our host, we will see that it will be there. Yes. Next, set the database credentials in the configuration file. Okay, so we just copy verbatim, paste. This is using the sed command. And we are just there we go. And then this third line, this needs edited a little bit to put our password in. In our case, it's just password. Okay, so this is using the sed command to replace database name here, username here, with WordPress, and password here with our password, which in this case was password. Finally, we need to modify our WP config file manually. Enter. And scroll down until you see these lines. Oh. Okay, so then we can delete these lines using Control K. we visit this site here. And copy this and paste this into our file. And then Control X. Oh, I think there's been a mistake there. Just bear with me a second. No, let's go back in and do that again. You simply paste those into your WP config file and then Control X, and then when prompted to save, hit Y, then enter. And it's less that WP config. And it's been saved. And now configure WordPress to connect to the. Just bear with me a second. Configure WordPress. So now that we've got all that set up, we can just do an IPA on our host and get our IP address. It says localhost here, but we're just going to use our IP address. Paste that in to our browser. And now we're greeted with the WordPress installation. So congratulations, you've just installed WordPress on an Ubuntu virtual host. So continue. Site title, my WordPress site. Username admin. Password 123 star. Maybe a capital P. Password 123 will do. And we can go ahead and install. Oh, sorry. And now that that's done, we can log in. And from here, we can configure our WordPress site. Congratulations.